What is the good word? Welcome to the Higher Call, the Christian Sports Fan Podcast. I'm your host, Dan Satterfield. God is good all the time, my friends. Shout out to Kelly, Tatum, Dax, and Toby. Go Lake Nona Lions, go Seas, go Bees, go Pats, go Sox, and go Cougs. All right, throwing it over to the wall to my co-host, Martin Amador. Martin, where are you at tonight?
Yo, hey, how's it going, guys? Coming to you from the D town. Feeling it, feeling the World Cup. I got the World Cup vibe going right now.
Awesome, awesome. We'll be talking a lot about that. This is episode 1, so wanted to kind of introduce some stuff about what we'll be doing on this podcast. This is a podcast where faith and fandom meet. We're just regular guys who love God. We love sports. We love talking about God and sports. And each week, we dive into the biggest stories. The main leagues we'll be covering are the NFL, the NBA, college football, college men's basketball. And we're also going to explore what they can teach us about faith, character, leadership, perseverance, and living as Christians in today's world. And so, whether we're breaking down a championship game, discussing a coaching decision, or examining the latest headlines, we'll connect the action on the field and court to timeless biblical principles. We're not here to preach to people, we're not here to judge anyone, just honest conversations about sports, faith, and the challenges of following Christ in a culture that often pulls us in different directions. So, really, if you're a sports fan who doesn't like Christians, you're welcome here, and we hope you'll find something that you like. If you're a Christian that doesn't like sports, you're welcome here too. And we're both, and we profess both. So yeah, episode 1 is called "Why We Love Sports," and we're gonna get right into it. Martin, we just took a trip, man. We went to Napa Valley, California, dropped the kids off at church camp. That's one of the benefits of being a Christian is that you can drop your kids off at a camp for a week, and some of your best friends in the world are taking care of them. They're nice and safe, and you can ship off to the Napa Valley for a little while. So, what was your highlight there, Martin, going to the Napa Valley, being us and our wives?
Oh man, I mean, it's got to be the wine, right? It's got to be the wine. It's got to be the wine.
El vino.
Yeah, Aladino. It definitely, yeah, it's definitely the wine. You can't get enough. That's for sure.
Yeah, what was your favorite winery that we visited? I know there's probably more than one, but what was the most memorable?
Oh, man, we were in the caves tour,
Yeah.
yeah, the caves tour was good, and I'm gonna be honest, it was probably the tater tots that was the best.
I know, that was so random. He brought frozen pizza and tater tots for the
Eh,
win. It's like
yes.
$129 tour, bro. And
Yep,
we're we
yep.
we got we got tater tots and frozen pizza just for you, and it's like and it hit. It smacked.
Hey, it's the best pairing, man, I'm telling you. It's the you got a $150 bottle of wine with some tater tots. I mean, that's the way to roll right there.
Man, that's so awesome. Let me ask you this, just kind of going off. So, so you look at things like the NBA playoffs. I know you're fans of all of these. The NBA playoffs, the NFL playoffs, NCAA basketball tournament. Now the college football playoff, right? The
Mhm.
World Cup going on right now, Champions League. I mean, the NASCAR, whatever they call the Sprint Cup these days. What what um what what's your favorite, like, sporting event? Like, end of the year, like, playoff tournament type. What's your favorite out of all of them?
If I'm to be honest, I mean, the NBA playoffs, but
Okay.
I really like the Masters week, to be honest with you.
Oh,
So
nice.
I love to watch golf on TV. I'm not a great golfer, but I love to watch golf. So
Shout out to Jim Nantz. Go Cougs,
let's
baby. Hello,
go.
friends. Man, half the campus is named after that guy now. So
Yeah.
you can always give a shout out to Nantz. I love it. So is it your goal to go one year?
Yeah, yeah, definitely on the bu
Okay.
on the bucket list to go. So I'll probably be calling you at 3 in the morning and say, "Hey, Dan, let's go to the Masters."
So, how far? We still got some time left on this earth, right? But how Like, how close are you? Have you done the lottery yet or not yet?
No, 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 not
Okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm not that close yet, so yeah, but, maybe in a few years here.
Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. All right, man. Well, we did want to do a shout out here, a little break here. Shout out to our sponsors. First of all Too Traveled. Uh, just like the Taylor Swift song "All Too Well," but all too traveled. So travel isn't just about destinations; it's about experiences. Whether it's a soccer match in Europe or a weekend getaway, All Too Traveled helps make it happen. And so check them out over on TikTok. That's All Too Traveled, ALLTOO Traveled. Look for the red scarf with the airplane. You'll see a lot of great travel videos, and they have a great follow there. They got they're growing every day. So shout out over there. Thank you for sponsoring our podcast. The other one is Father Figure Coaching with Coach Bill Ellis. Bill Ellis is a coach for mental wellness, health. Um, and let's see, whether you're a dad looking to lead your family with purpose, a husband wanting stronger relationships, or a man seeking greater direction in life, father figure coaching can help. Bill Ellis provides practical coaching rooted in faith, leadership, and personal growth. Visit BillEllis.coach to learn more and take your next step forward. That's BillEllis.coach. So thank you to both of those sponsors helping us out with our first episode here. So awesome. All right, man. Well, I know we talked about some of the NBA, the NFL, really football and basketball is going to be our bread and butter on this, but we we want to be timely here, and we got the World Cup, and both you and I have enjoyed watching it, and we've talked about it some. So yeah, let's dive into the World Cup a little bit, recap what's been happening. Um, well, let me ask you first, Martin. When did you start liking soccer or football? I don't know how we're gonna do this.
It's
It's like every
football where
podcast,
I come from,
every
nah.
podcast, everywhere. Like I don't know. We'll call it soccer. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway, go
no,
ahead.
I became a fan, early 2000s, Barcelona team, to early mid 2000s, 2006 or something like that.
Okay.
I saw a Barcelona game in the Coliseum. I think they were playing Chivas America, and it was obviously full of Mexican fans.
Hmm.
So it was just a great atmosphere, and I kinda caught the bug there, in that Coliseum old stadium there,
Nice.
yeah, so that was my first exposure to soccer atmosphere, and, growing up, obviously, yeah, you played soccer, but they weren't it was the 4th or 5th sport in America, right? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And
but
your favorite Premier League team, you wanna give them a shout out there?
yeah, yeah. So I'll give my favorite team. I really picked Tottenham because one of our good friends is an Arsenal fan, and I just don't like Arsenal. So they're easy to not to like.
That is
Um,
true.
but yeah. So no, I'm a Tottenham fan. Tottenham fan first. My English Premier team. Bayern fan in the Bundesliga
Okay.
and then PSG and the French league. So I love watching sports, right? So I'll support all the teams, but Tottenham's my number one soccer team. So,
And still Barcelona in La Liga? Is that your
Bar
favorite La Liga?
Yep, yep.
Nice, nice. Okay, nice. All right, cool. Well, let's go into the World Cup here. What have you been seeing? I mean, just big picture. Like, what are some biggest surprises, biggest disappointments? Where do you want to kind of take this at first? I know we're currently when we're recording, guys. It's Friday night. There's games going on right now. There's gonna be games going on for the next 3 hours or 4 hours actually. So the groups are getting done. So the round of 32 is almost fleshed out. It's not totally fleshed out yet. So what are you seeing so far?
You know what? I was thinking about this. I'm like, props to America, man. Just
Let's
America for
go,
hosting it, dude. Man,
Estados Unidos.
I have seen games in Germany, France, Spain, London, or UK, man, and I was like, you know what? the American fans, they don't know how to be a supporters, right? And I was like, they're so bandwagony, right? So that
Yeah.
was my first thought. I did get to attend the Club World Cup, and I still got that kind of vibe. But man, the coverage, Zotland, oh my gosh, amazing. Like I love
Yeah.
the coverage. But that has been very entertaining. But when the soccer side of it, man, the world's caught up, man. The world's caught up to all these the big guys, because you have teams like the Ivory Coast that are
Yeah.
bringing. I mean, you have Cape Verde, right? That's bringing it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like all these teams are just coming out of the woodworks and playing hard. So I have been really surprised that the just by the parity of the World Cup. I thought there was gonna be boring and blowouts but I've been surprised. So that's been my biggest takeaway from the World Cup so far.
So do you think that that's here to stay? Because we've seen that in the NFL. Tons of college football parity's taken over college basketball. NBA to an extent, the NBA, yeah. Parity is taking over a lot of these leagues. So do you think that's here to stay in this World Cup and in the future?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think the MLS is it's a profitable league first off, right? So they're making some money. So I think it's
Mhm.
going to be around. I think that's a big factor in it. Yeah, I mean I think the soccer's gotten better. We used to make fun of it. I have a Bulgarian friend that really hates American soccer, but we would always just make fun of the MLS and say that they're lucky if they complete 3 passes, in a match. Man, the quality has definitely stepped up, so I think this wave is gonna stay for a bit, so
All right, all right. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, parody is never a bad thing,
No.
you can argue whether it is good or bad. But yeah, when we were kids, the Michael Jordan Bulls, they were dominant. The Cowboys had a crazy run with Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin and those guys. So, but yeah, parody keeps things interesting. So yeah, I it's funny that you brought up the Ivory Coast. I kind of thought the same thing. They're really fun to watch. That guy, Pepe, he plays for Villarreal in La Liga.
Mhm.
Man, whoo! Like he's just a finisher. Like he's got that little two touch thing. Like I mean, he just like yeah, it's crazy. And a lot of it's the African teams.
Mhm.
I think it was either the last World Cup or the one before that. It was the Asian teams. Like Japan had a good run, Korea had a good run. The same World Cup this year. It seems to be the African teams. South Africa's moved on. They're going to the round of 32. Morocco's just good, period. I
Yeah,
mean, they
yeah.
yeah. But yeah, they're on the continent, and let's see. The Ivory Coast is moving through. Ivory Coast has a Norway, so they already have their round of 32 picked out, and they can beat Norway. Um, but uh, but yeah, so yeah, the African teams are representing, so we'll see. Do you think though that that it's like true parity, or the fact that we had 48, like we had so many teams, and then like when we get to the semifinals, now the last World Cup semifinals we had Morocco, they crashed the party, they
Mhm,
did.
mhm.
Like they to me that's a party crasher. But and we'll actually get through this in a future segment where we'll actually test you a little bit and go through and, put you on the spot a little bit about what you think. So be on the look at that. But yeah, Belgium, you
Oh,
know,
they laid an egg,
Fi
man. They're
FIFA rank 11, and,
oh.
whew. So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, and they can't blame Doku either because Doku came back, man. He had a kid and he came back, so he
yeah, yeah, man, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it happens, but, we'll see. We'll see what the if they can pull it out, but it's gonna be tough. They might be left on the outside, so
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, all right. So we're gonna switch gears a little bit here and go into more of a faith topic and kind of talk about faith and sports together. Um, for you, well, you became a Christian in LA, is that right?
yeah, in LA, 20 or 2003.
Okay.
2003, that's been a bit.
Okay. And at that time, were you a pretty big sports fan at the time?
Oh, yeah, so I'm from LA, so yes, I do have Celtic friends. There are a lot of, that like the Celtics, so big Laker fan, big Dodger fan. I never really got into hockey too much, but I did, at some point when the Ducks when the Mighty Ducks started off, when they did the expansion draft, I was a Mighty Duck fan back in the day, not a Kings fan, but a Mighty Duck fan. So yeah, big LA fan here.
Okay, I'm gonna go on a tangent. Why did they change the logo?
I
Like,
don't know.
it's like, what are you doing? Like,
It was
and I
Disney. It was Disney. So Disney
see
ever
Disney, man. See,
yeah, stinking
because that's
Disney,
what Disney
yeah.
does. They did the same thing, and man, I'm sorry to be hating on like the number one employer. I live in Orlando, the number one employer in my town. But, like, that's what they do. They did the same thing with Celo it's like, "Oh, we're Disney," and then they just leave. So, yeah, I guess they kinda had to, but yeah, dude, I love the Mighty Ducks. Oh my gosh, don't even get me
Yeah. Yeah,
Charlie
yeah.
Conway, Coach Gordon
Yeah.
Bombay,
Yep,
Goldberg,
yep.
the goalie, Adam Banks, let's go.
Yep, 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 that was good,
Don't
man. I was a fan. I was a fan back in the day, so
don't start talking to me about the Mighty Ducks. I was raised on the Mighty Ducks. Whoa, man. And that's the kind of movie too. Have you had this? Like, you try to show it to your kids, and they're just like, "What? What? I don't get it." Like,
Yeah,
This
yeah.
movie stinks, dad." It's like, "No, it doesn't."
Yeah, yeah, we they like the Goonies, that's about it, man. That stuck with them. So it's the music, man. It's the music, I think,
Man,
and
we were
connect.
talking about, you know who loves the Goonies is your friend Alex Carvajal. Shout
Oh,
out to Alex and Bethany Carvajal, man. They live down there in Castle Pines. He likes those Gunners.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Arsenal,
and
man. He's
they
the
they
Arsenal
know how
fan that we talk about.
they know how to come into second, man. They know how to come
Yep,
in second, that's
"Champions
for
of
sure.
Europe, you'll never sing that, you'll never sing that." It's a
Eh,
great song. It still
it
holds true.
it is.
Good job, PSG, for,
Helping a brother out here.
he's totally gonna listen to
Yeah.
this. Alright, cool. Well, alright, let me ask you this. You went on the Mighty Ducks, and then there I went. But anyway, okay. So so when you decided to follow Christ, right? You became a Christian.
Mhm.
Um, and you were already a sports fan. Like, how do you feel like your sports fandom changed, after you made the decision to follow Christ?
Oh, man. Actually, funny story, is I mean, the reason I became a Christian was because of the
Oh,
Raiders.
wow.
You don't hear
Okay.
that. You don't hear that too often. You probably hear that I became a Raiders fan when I went to jail. That's probably what you hear normally. But no, but I was actually, my wife reached out to me and invited me to a Super Bowl party. So yeah, invited me to a
Oh my
Super Bowl party,
gosh.
and it was the Raiders and Tampa Bay Bucks, and we all know what
Wow.
happened. So
Yeah.
yeah, we won't talk about that. But yeah, so that loss really helped me become a Christian.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, the John Gruden Bowl, I remember that.
Yep, yep, that was it.
That was a good game. That was a good game.
That that was
It was a
it.
good
Yeah.
game all the way to the end. Alright. Man, that's cool though. Wow, and so sports, yeah, that's so crazy because I feel like a lot of times people look at sports, right? And people who are sports fans specifically, watch the NFL, watch the NBA, and there's just an assumption that, like, you're just so absorbed in it, and that's like your idol. Like, that's like the
Yeah.
number one thing in your life. And we're here trying to put God and Jesus first, but also, you know, that we like sports, and we like sports. Both of us like sports before we became Christians, and
Mhm.
we're trying to fit that in, and also try to bring people to it. You know, it's funny. We were talking about like how sports brings people together. You getting invited to a Super Bowl party, kind of in a right in like a church community, church fellowship, that kind of thing. Um, when the Ivory Coast, went up 2-0, when Pepe scored that awesome goal, I actually texted 2 of my friends, you know one of them, 2 of my friends who used to lead the church in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire.
Mhm.
So in 1996, I went on a Hope Youth Corps. to Abidjan in the Ivory Coast for 2 weeks. I was only 16 years old, and so yeah, me about 30 teens went on a Hope trip there. Hope Worldwide, it's a benevolent arm of our churches. I know you've been on a couple of those trips,
Mhm.
but yeah, and so I got to meet Hervé there, who also used to lead the Denver church. So you know Hervé,
Mhm.
and then over the years also I've gotten to know Francis. Um, he's in Ghana now, but he led the church in Abidjan for a long time. He actually came over to my house one time when he was visiting. We talked soccer for a while, um, and that's we're both Chelsea fans because of Drogba, Didier Drogba.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of Chelsea fans in the Ivory Coast, and that's what made us both Chelsea fans. So yeah, I texted both of them right when they went up 2-0, and I don't even know what time it was in Ghana. I think it was probably like 3 a.m. in Ghana or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
But I knew he was watching, and it's just an example of like, I wouldn't have done that. Like, I haven't talked to Hervé and Francis for years, right? But, like, I knew they were both watching, and I knew like, that's just how sports just has
Yeah.
this way of, like, it's not political, it's not controversial, it just brings people together, and, like, when you're, like, razzing on someone else's team or whatever, it's not, like, that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that kind of in future episodes, making it not that big of a deal, but, like, it's just fun, and it just brings people together, and you can utilize that to bring people closer, both in a God way, in a Jesus way, and not, but in other ways too. It's just great for relationships. I feel like
Yeah.
and you've taken your kids across the pond to attend some games and stuff. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, yeah, no, I think one of the things is, I definitely wanted to do with my boys is, just the quality time, and be able to get behind something, and I think that's really kind of what sports does, right? So my both my boys are Spurs fans, are Raiders fans, are Dodgers fans. So we all kind of pass it along, right? And like in the UK, you're born with whatever jersey or whatever kit that your father supports is like you're born into it, right? So I really believe in that, right? There was even one instance when my oldest we were going to church on Sunday, and he had his Raiders jersey, and he threw on a Broncos hat. He was probably around maybe 9 years old or something, and because he wanted to his friends, he was getting the influence living in Denver, to be a Bronco fan, but he knew his roots, and I sent him back in and told him to take that hat off. I'm like, "Then
Nice,
you'll never do that again." No,
nice, nice.
but yeah, but no, I think that part of it just, building that relationship with your kids, and bringing the sports into it. I mean, we had great times. We've seen games in Germany and in London, and it's just been a great bonding time, and I think, you don't always have to go, across the pond. We go to sports bars here, and even with supporting like Spurs bars, we'll go there, and even 5 o'clock in the morning, like, if the game is on at 5 in the morning, we'll be up and we'll be watching Premier League soccer. So it's pretty fun experience just to do it together with your loved ones. So
Awesome, awesome, and we'll put a pin in the 5 a.m. Spurs thing, to get to the scripture focus because we got a story to tell. All
yeah.
right, all right, all right. So it's the Pinot Noir story, guys. It's coming up in a couple minutes here, but Hebrews 13. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8, it says Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And the one thing you can count on in sports, especially when you have teams that you follow, Martin with the Raiders, the Dodgers, the Lakers, me with the Boston teams, good players retire, coaches, stink and get fired, referees do referee things and disappoint us, dynasties end. Our favorite teams can disappoint us, but the awesome thing about Jesus, right, is that he never changes. And so that's really what we try to put when it comes to really the base of it. We love sports and it's a hobby, but Jesus is not a hobby, right? And he never changes, and that's who we're trying to follow. That's who we're trying to be disciples of. Kind of the other scripture is Philippians 4, 11 to 13, and it says, "I have learned in whatever situation I am to be content." And so, you can always have that contentment, no matter what happens, whether you have just an absolutely heartbreaking game, which we're going to talk about that in future episodes, just heartbreak. There's some heartbreaking losses out there when you're a sports fan, guys. It happens.
Yeah.
But just trying to be content, and trying to realize that our joy is not supposed to rise and fall with how our teams are doing in the standings, but instead it's supposed to be grounded in God and Jesus. So, any thoughts on that, Martin? Before we move on?
Yeah, yeah, no, it just it parallels life, right? Sports really does, right? So yeah, it's just, you're gonna have your ups and your downs, right? And it's really, really about, being consistent, about being, really, really faithful, right? If you're a sports fan, especially maybe your team hasn't won anything for a while, right? But that faith aspect of it, really kind of parallels, my relationship with God too.
Absolutely, awesome. Appreciate that, man. Um, well, shout out to our sponsors. This episode is brought to you by All Two Travel on TikTok. If you're looking for travel tips, hidden gems, cruise adventures, theme park fun, or real world travel inspiration, follow All Two Traveled for bite sized videos that help you make the most of your next trip. Whether you're planning a weekend getaway or a dream vacation, All Two Traveled has you covered. Follow today on TikTok and start exploring. They are also huge Swifties over there. So they put a lot of her content on there. And yeah, really great follow, guys, there on TikTok. All Too Traveled, ALLTOO Traveled. And this episode is also brought to you by Father Figure Coaching with Coach Bill Ellis. Whether you're a dad looking to lead your family with purpose, a husband wanting stronger relationships, or a man seeking greater direction in life, Father Figure Coaching can help. Bill Ellis provides practical coaching rooted in faith, leadership, and personal growth. Visit BillEllis.coach to learn more and take your next step forward. That's BILLELLIS coach. So shout out to our sponsors. We appreciate you guys. Okay, the time has come, Martin. This is the whole reason why you're here. No. So we tried to tell this story in the Napa Valley and to these strangers, and it went terribly. So we're gonna try to tell it well now, because
They were English, to be fair, right? They were
oh
English.
my
I don't
goodness,
Yeah, I don't know if they have
this
a
is so
good sense of
bad.
humor.
Okay, so Martin, we're in Atlanta, um, and we're going to the college football national championship game, and Notre Dame and Ohio State, and you get this idea to go to a Spurs ball, right?
Yeah.
That's how they say it. That's Yeah. They were talking about someone that played on Tottenham today in a game. I think it was like Japan or something. The Spurs. It's like, man, I think that's why they don't like Alexi Lawless, is because like he doesn't have a British accent. It's like, we don't like who's this guy? You have to have
Oh, he's just annoying. What are you
you
talking
have to have a British accent in order to call soccer in the U.S. So
about?
that made me think too, like it for because I know they play NFL games over in London now, like in England. So
Yeah.
do they have like Ted Lasso voice over there? It's like, oh, like if they have a guy like, and it's fourth down, and here they go, they're going for it, they're going for it. It's like, no, 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 we need Ted Lasso over there. We need a like you need a cowboy.
Yeah, that would be I don't know how they, I've never seen a telecast with a British telecast with them watching NFL. So they're
Yeah.
probably charging them too much, honestly. NFL probably would charge, a bunch of money for the rights to do that, so,
That's
uh
true, that's true, that's true. Alright. Well, anyway, so we're going to a Spurs bar, right? So you tell me, "Hey, Dan, we're on vacation, but we're gonna get up at 5 a.m. and we're and
It
we're
wasn't
gonna go."
that early, was it?
I don't know. 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. is the same thing when you're on vacation. But anyway, okay, so I mean, when we were in Napa, bro, like it's like, "Yeah, we'll see you at 11." Like we're just sleeping in because I don't have a dog to walk. Anyway, so 'cause that's it, man, is the dog. Like, my dog Toby, like, he whines at me as early as 5. Today, he let me sleep till 7, that was crazy. But yeah, between 5 and 7, my dog is whining at me. But anyway, so anyway, so we go to this soccer bar. So these people, this is true, right? These people don't just open at 7 AM every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, these club bars open special for these games, right? Early morning games. So, I don't even think the doors are just barely open. There was probably 5 people in there, so
And they were all Spurs fans.
yeah, all Spurs fans. And
Okay.
to be honest, we didn't have a good season that season either, so we were pretty down in the dumps, so
Okay. And that to me, first of all, that is just fascinating. And I know Tottenham's a top team. They have a good following.
we're top 6
But
on, let's be honest.
yeah,
Thank
and so okay, so I try to pay a compliment and you just okay, anyway. So so the, but it's just impressive to me that, like, they open a bar, a random bar, to watch the soccer team at 4 AM in the morning, you know? I keep making it earlier. Okay, so we get in there, and so people start ordering drinks, right? Okay, okay, I don't like Bloody Marys, okay? Like, if you're gonna I don't understand drinking tomato soup. I don't understand that. Like, I like tomato soup. I don't wanna drink cold tomato soup. Like, and so that's what I think of when I think of a Bloody Mary. But you drink them. You like Bloody Marys, right?
Yeah, yeah. What are you gonna I mean, you either go for a beer or you do a Bloody Mary,
Ugh,
right? I
see,
mean,
and I see
or
yeah,
coffee.
so
Like,
I know,
even a
and
coffee. I wouldn't even have did Irish coffee or something, man.
I
I
yeah. Oh, yeah, I coulda done, like, Baileys and co see, yeah,
Bailey's
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I coulda done Baileys and coffee. I coulda told like, that would've been a great order, but I didn't do that.
No, what did
So
you do, Dan? What did you do?
so so in my head, right, like, I'm just looking around and, like, everyone's drinking Bloody Marys, and all I'm thinking about is, well, I'm tired, and I don't want a Bloody Mary, and I don't know why, like, well, mimosa or peach Bellini, right? But I thought those were too girly. Like, I thought those were
Um, yeah, I mean, Pinot Noir is pretty grilling too.
so I get the idea of ordering a rosé. That's what it is a rosé. And, like, I'm part of a wine club. We've been to Napa Valley, and I still don't understand this stuff. And so in my head, because there are rosés that have Pinot Noir on the label. Like, they say rosé, and then they say Pinot Noir. So that's what I was trying to order. But I ordered Pinot Noir, and the whole bar just stops and, like, turns around, and, like, there's these ladies behind me, like, I haven't been made fun of that bad since middle school. Like, they're just laughing at me. Like, and I'm like, "What I do? I'm just at the soccer bar just trying to be a nice guy." And the waitress was like, I guess I could go to the winery and stomp some grapes and, get you your" I was like, "This isn't," and this 10 seconds was, like, really hard for me. I'm just like, and I'm like, "What do I do?" And, like, and so what did I order? Did I order mimosa?
I don't know. I was it was all like, I didn't know I was gonna make it out of there
I'm
alive.
not with him. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
just like, "I'm not with him."
yeah, I'm glad I wore a Spurs jersey. I'm glad I had it. Did I wear a Spurs jersey? I
Yeah,
may
yeah, you had a white one. I think
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I think it was like it might have been like a half zip. Yeah, I think it was like your navy blue one or something. I don't know.
Oh,
But
okay,
yeah,
okay.
you definitely had Spurs on.
Yeah, yeah. So I did. I might even had a scarf. That's how diehard I am. That's why I always travel with a scarf and a jersey. But anyways, but I didn't know these bearded ladies were gonna beat us. They were literally gonna beat us because you asked for a Pinot Noir.
Yeah, they just kept on, like, like, okay, like, they were nice, but man, whew, yeah,
Oh
I got
man.
picked on. I got bullied.
Yeah.
So then the story continues. Um, so this has been a personal joke with us that Pinot Noir is the official beer of soccer, and so I went to Cooper's Hawk. We'll give them a free ad. Shout out to Cooper's Hawk. We're part of the Cooper's Hawk wine club, and and so I'm sitting there ordering, and Kelly, my wife, tells me, "Hey, go get a Pinot Noir." like our bottle of the month or whatever. So I go up there and I start recording for you, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get a Pinot Noir, a bottle of Pinot Noir to take home, wine club thing?" And I go, "Hey, I heard there's a really good wine for soccer." Um, to the guy to the guy checking this out. It's not a good wine for soccer. I'm just saying it. And so then so he's just agreeing with me, of course. He's like, "Yeah, sure." But then I ordered the wrong quantity because I was too busy trying to make this bit. And so I just like so Kelly's like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you ordering the wrong quantity?" I'm like, "Well, I was trying to record it for Martin because I was trying to say it's a soccer wine." Like, this just isn't Pinot Noir and soccer does not mix, guys. I think that's the takeaway here from this story.
I think we can convert people, Dan. I really do. I really do. We might be able to convert people to Christ and convert people to Pinot Noir,
Soccer,
with
while they're
soccer
watching soccer.
while they're
Yeah.
watching soccer. I mean, this might right now with the vibe with the US doing so well, I mean, this might be like if we're looking for another sponsor, I mean, we might as well reach out.
Yeah, yeah, shoot your shot. All right. Okay, so Pinot Noir story over. Okay, so all right, let's get back to the World Cup. We're gonna go to the futures here. All right, Martin, here's what we're gonna do in this segment, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna go through the FIFA World Rankings, okay? We're gonna find out how much parity there really is.
Okay.
Okay, you get 3 choices. I'm gonna give you a country. I'm gonna start with number 1, I'm gonna move way down. You
Okay.
get 3 choices. You get contender. That means you think that means you believe there's like a better than 10% chance this country can win the World Cup this year. Okay?
Okay.
That's what contender is, okay?
Okay.
Semis. That means that they can like Morocco. No one thought Morocco was gonna go past semis. They didn't. Like you think they can get to the semis and then that's it.
Okay.
Like they're not gonna win it, but they can get to the semis. And
Okay.
the third one is just no. Just no. Like they're
Yeah.
they're gone. They're gone in one of the knockouts.
Okay.
All right, you
Okay.
ready?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, here we go. And some of these just for your some of these have not even moved on yet. Like some of these and assuming they get to the round of 32, right? Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, first one, France,
Um, oh, yeah, contenders.
Argentina,
Contenders.
Spain,
Contenders.
England.
Semis.
All right. Yeah, they haven't even moved through yet. So they're playing Panama tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Um,
think Thomas Tuchel, that I yeah.
all right, Brazil.
Semis.
Really? See, people weren't drinking the Brazil juice and now they are. Like I feel like a lot of people are getting on Brazil to
Yeah.
win it. Okay, Morocco.
Semis.
All right, Netherlands.
Contenders.
Wow. Okay. So you skipped over you skipped over England, Brazil, Morocco, and you're taking Netherlands. What? Why?
It's that Orange Army, man. Orange
Okay.
Army.
All
Orange
right.
Army, all the way.
All right. Portugal.
Oh, this one I really want Ronaldo to win one, but, yeah, I think it's semis.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
They yeah, semis.
Mexico,
Semis.
Belgium. Wait, they're gone. Forget it.
Done.
They're gone.
Yeah,
Colombia.
gone.
Okay.
Done.
Done. All right. Germany.
Semis.
I mean, that's big. And I know they have not been as good. They didn't deserve to win that game against the Ivory Coast, I felt like that was not a good result. Like
Yeah.
they kind of got lucky on that one. Ivory Coast played them really well. Okay. Croatia.
Um, that's a hard one because they're always
They're not
semi.
through yet. They're
Yeah.
not through yet.
No,
They play Ghana tomorrow.
I'm gonna say gone. Done.
Done. Okay.
Yeah.
Italy's not even in it. Um okay, the US.
Semis.
I mean, they have a good path. I think,
Yeah, yeah,
I think right now, it's not really fair. They have to play 2 countries. They have to play Bosnia and Herzegovina. I don't know, I'm sorry. It starts with an H. I'm not trying to offend people. But they have to play 2 countries. That's not fair. 2 countries at once. All right. But yeah, but then I think they get Egypt in the path, right? Like, this is if people win and all
yeah,
that. So, I mean,
yeah,
that's your path to, well, that's your path to the quarters because you gotta
yeah.
win 2 to get to the quarters now. All right. Switzerland.
Oh, done.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting into the not, you know, Japan.
You know
Are they
what?
gone? No, they're not
No,
gone. They're through.
Japan plays Brazil. And
Oh, that's right.
honestly, I'll save that one for our upset, my upset. I think they might upset Brazil.
See, I
That's
haven't
that
watched them much.
yeah,
Really?
yeah, my dark horse. They'll beat Brazil. I mean, they were not gonna get far after that, but they're gonna beat Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so I think what you're saying is you have about you have about 6 contenders. So probably in previous World Cups, it was probably around 4. So yeah, I mean, we are seeing more you also have a lot more that you're calling for semis, that you're saying they're semi contenders. Like that's way up than what it would be in past World Cups.
Yeah. I think the knockout round is gonna be very, very interesting because one bad half can and then they sit back and you can't score and you're done, right? So, anything can happen on there. So, but yeah, yeah.
All right, besides Messi, anybody you got on Golden Boot watch?
I think Mbappe. I think
Okay.
Mbappe because he's France may win it all. Right? France may win it all. And I think Mbappe.
How far? Okay, if France wins it, then Mbappe will, you know, probably
Yeah,
win the
yeah.
Golden Boot. But
Yeah,
what,
but
you know?
Dembele got did he get a hat trick? He got a hat trick today, right?
Yeah, yep, he did. Yeah,
But it was a
Messi did too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, but we didn't talk about Norway either, dude. I would love to see Norway make semis, dude. That would be amazing, dude. That would be amazing if Norway they're not gonna win it, but love Holland, love the Norwegian vibe though, right? So
So yeah, and that's actually the part of the bracket that's like decided. So the Ivory Coast is going to play Norway, and Brazil is going to play Japan, and then those two are going to play each other. So the winners of that are going to play
mm,
each other. Um, and that might be why a lot of people are drinking the Brazil Kool-Aid. I think something else to keep an eye on too is if we do another episode on the World Cup, we can really deep dive into this. But teams that are playing in air conditioning, okay, it's hot. It's hot everywhere, like except
mm,
where you are. Like east of the Mississippi, it's just like there's this heat dome thing. It is so hot and it's
yeah,
humid.
yeah.
Um, like I live in Florida, and it's actually gonna be hotter, like, in Ohio next week than it is in Florida. Like,
Wow.
that's what's and um, so you start thinking about what teams like Houston, Dallas, these are air-conditioned stadiums, and what teams are gonna be able to play in those stadiums. And actually, the, the Ivory Coast, Norway, Brazil, Japan kinda pairing, those are Houston and Dallas, so they're playing on the roof, both of them. So yeah, so whoever comes out of that is at least gonna be kind of, well, well conditioned there. So we'll see if that makes an effect. I've heard that on other podcasts and analysis. So yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's like a heat wave in France, right? And they were talking about the US, it's so hot and how are they gonna do this and that. But in France, it's like there's like this huge heat wave and people are dying over there, dude. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy. So I'm like, okay, so they just hate America.
Yeah, the bracket's not quite fleshed out yet, so I can't really, we can't really do semis picks yet because it's too
Yeah.
convoluted still. Like you can't do Germany and France together because 'cause they're gonna play each other well, gosh, they would play each other in a round of 16 actually. So, so let's just do champion. Like right now, who's your champ?
I think France. I think France. I think I would love, Netherlands to win one. I would love Kane to win one in England, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think yeah, I think France is gonna win. Yeah.
You know what? I would probably take them too. I mean, they looked really good today.
Yeah.
They played today. They looked really good. Yeah, Mbappe. Um, they just they know how to win. Now they are going to be playing. Their whole path is outside. And they're going to be playing in the hot. Right in the middle of that heat dome. They got New York, and then their next game will be Philly, and then Boston. So in the semis, they play in Dallas. That's air conditioned, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's interesting. Actually, both semis are going to be air conditioned because you have Atlanta and Dallas there. So anyway, all right, that's interesting. That's a good pick. I mean, yeah, I figured them
Yeah,
too. So and I think at the beginning I was thinking Spain, um, and they could still win it, but
yeah,
yeah, France has looked most dominant. I think they might be coming out of a kind of a lousy group. I mean, yeah, their group was not the best. They had Senegal there, and it's
yeah,
just a lot of teams just seem to kind of lay down.
yeah.
So that it might be a little fool's gold there. It's still hard to tell. But that's what's great about this. And so yeah. All right, awesome, man. Well, yeah, that brings us to the end of the episode. We have our champion pick, both of us France there, and yeah, Martin, anything you want to plug? Anything you want to talk about? How people can get in touch with you? Anything like that before we sign off?
No, all I can say is USA, USA, USA. That's it. I'm hoping for that, but we'll see how far they go. That's it.
Well, okay. As we sign off, though, last night's result, right? We didn't really dive into that any. I mean, how much do you not care about that? What did you kind of? I know I was. I mean, I stayed up till like 3 a.m. last night. Like, and the game went off like midnight Eastern. And it wasn't because I was bummed out. It's just that last goal was so deflating. Like, it was
Yeah.
just so just like really.
You
But
know what?
what were your thoughts on how much that matters, momentum, that kind of thing?
You know what? Like when they scored that first goal, and they went well when they went behind, I think you could see like that just deflated. They were super deflated.
Yeah,
Uh, But then they bounced back, right? So that second half, I felt was so much better. You could see the quality on the pitch, especially when Pulisic came in, and when the starters came in, you could see the quality there. So I think that I think the momentum's still there. I think the momentum's still there. It didn't mean anything anyways, right? That game.
yeah.
So they came out healthy, right? Nobody was got hurt. There was, I mean, the one guy who had an ankle, I don't he might be day to day. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna affect them. And then I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say Bosnia is that bad, right? I think they should be able to handle that and start building some momentum again. So I don't think it's a big deal.
Okay, yeah, they were starting. I don't think it is either. And even that last goal too, like 4 things had to go right. Like, and I know if you put the ball in the net, you can't complain. They were putting the ball in the net, so you can't really complain about a goal like that. But I mean, like, it just seemed like the ball just bounced. It was like a pinball.
Yeah,
It's like boom, 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 and in the
yeah,
goal. Like, you know what I mean? It was just so weird.
yeah.
But what impressed me the most was Berhalter's goal. The second one,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
when it
yeah,
came up on the because it was up, that was a volley. Like, that ball was in the air, and he drills it into the ground. I mean, that was textbook. That was so good. Like,
yeah,
that is not vintage US soccer. Like, that's some Spain, France stuff right there. Like, that was
yeah,
really I was super impressed with that. That's before Pulisic came on too. Like,
yeah,
and they did that. So
yeah,
yeah, that was impressive to me. The important thing to me is that they scored, and they scored twice. And
yeah.
so, the defense, I think the defense had a hard time. I think but they were subs. So it's like, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, 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 the quality's still there, you could definitely see
It
it,
is.
yeah, so I love Pochettino too, so Spurs, let's go Spurs, so yeah, so love Pochettino, so I'm hoping they do really, really well.
Awesome. All right, well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Higher Call. We really appreciate you guys listening. Please subscribe to this podcast on your podcast platform of choice. Please share with your friends and share the podcast. Let a friend know about it. And we're also gonna thank our sponsors, All True Travel and Father Figure Coaching with Coach Bill Ellis. And just thanks a lot for listening, guys. We'll see you on the next episode. Take care.
Take care.